Teams throughout the region battle it out for a chance to play at Cole Fieldhouse and UMBC in the state championships. Which teams deliver the knockout punch? Highlight scores and more today on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
The Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
He's going down the right sideline. He's almost.
Today's show is brought to you by University of Maryland Medicine, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Geico Direct Insurance.
Hi, and welcome to the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show. I'm Sam Davis, sports editor with the Sun. Regional title action kicked into high gear Friday and Saturday throughout the state, and this showdown between the number 6 Lady Wildcats from Arundel and the number 8 Falcons from Severna Park was one of the biggest. The 22-2 Wildcats were looking to make their 4th appearance in the 6 seasons in the state tournament, having won it all in 1996. But they needed a victory in this final against the Falcons, who were soaring at 19-5 after their big win over C. Milton Wright in the semifinals earlier in the week. Who would take the prize in the 4A East? Let's head to Anne Arundel County and find out.
Hoping there would be enough spring in their step, Arundel was in search of a 3rd straight win over Severna Park this season. And watch Arundel's Jessica Collins nail the long jumper. The freshman stepped forward and played it like a veteran. Severna Park would go up by 11 in the 2nd quarter as Kim Lawton connects. Then it's into the paint for Lauren Basir, who goes glass for the Falcons. She had 9 points on the contest. Arundel can thank Tracy Pucci, who hit for 7 of her 11 points in the 1st quarter to keep the game manageable. Next up, it's Natalie Hicks, who works the boards and puts 2 more in the Falcons' nest for a team-high 15 points. Arundel didn't just get mad, it got even, and then some. Jessica Collins with the steal and the lay-in, which starts an avalanche. Kiana Washington does the dirty work, Nama Fauntleroy gets the glory, and they both get the salute from the crowd. The Wildcats kept the heat on as Fauntleroy goes outside for the jumper. And the piling on continued as Catherine Gonzalez caps a 23-0 run by the Wildcats. It would give them a lead they'd never give back. And a trip to the state semifinals next week. Arundel over Severna Park, 59-44.
Several title games finished late last night, so be sure to check today's Sun for the up-to-date results. For other scores, let's check out our Geico Direct scoreboard.
In a 4A regional final, the Southern Bulldogs, number 2, 18-2, met the Douglas Ducks, who entered 17-4. And a big start to this one. Watch Anthony Knox take the shot, follow it, and hit. It's good for a trip to the stripe. Chest bumping not recommended. But the Dogs work it inside to Willie Joyner. He was living large. Now more play on the inside. This time, though, it's razzle-dazzle. Darshawn Lucky shakes and bakes, and he brings 2 to the hoop. He notched a game-high 31. And Douglas's outside game also gets going. Watch Raymond Dickens spot up and hit. The Bulldogs looking for their 2nd win this season against Douglas, led by 3 in the 4th, as Keon Johnson weaves through the defense for 2 of his 14 points. Next, Melvin Scott with 25 draws the Ducks out, only to leave them sitting as he heads for the easy deuce. Remember, winner of this game goes to Cole Fieldhouse. Sir, please put down the newspaper. The Ducks are close, and they're in it, within 8 as a matter of fact, less than 3 minutes to go. Check out Dante Truitt. He's unchecked, and he puts back 2. But the Bulldogs' bite is meaner than their bark on this night. They hold off Douglas for an 85-75 victory. The #1 River Hill Hawks, only once beaten, faced a major obstacle in the Duval Tigers, the defending state champs in this 3A East Regional Final and winners of 18 straight. Vanessa Nemo shows why as she drives off the turnover. Then off the inbounds play to senior guard Lynette Clark, who hits. The Hawks hung in, though. Great ball movement. Rashida Walcott, Greba Outen-Barlow to Megan Buechler. 3 players and 2 points. Chinny Nwagbo scored 8 points on the contest for the Tigers, who entered 21-3. But the Hawks would continue to answer each time. Outen-Barlow rolls off 2 of her team-high 11 points off the glass. Now Duval in the half court, and it's inside, a streaking Ippy Danuaku. But again, Outen-Barlow is there for the answer as the teams continued to trade the lead down the stretch. Ultimately, though, experience wins out. Duval outlasts a very game effort from River Hill, the final 40-37.
When we come back, a king is crowned in this Catholic League Championship. Don't miss the exciting big game action next on the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
There's a hospital in Maryland where a team of researchers are developing innovative, non-invasive cancer treatments. Doctors here are minimizing radiation exposure to healthy tissue by using 3-dimensional images to target the exact locations of tumors, thus improving patient comfort, care, and success. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Make my dorm room the Best Buy dorm room.
This is it. Best Buy Residence Evaluation Team. We're going to take a look around if you don't mind. Built-in VCR and a Sony PlayStation, huh? Do your parents know you have that? You can't stop me. Yeah. Am I the only one that smells that? Nice computer. What kind of CDs you got? Great stereo.
Dorm life from Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
What's up? Tom, it's your mom.
We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Not every victory makes the papers. Achieve New Balance.
Both the #5 Cavaliers from Spalding and the #6 Owls from Towson Catholic sported identical 11-3 records in the Baltimore Catholic League regular season. So it's only fitting that both made it to the BCL Tournament Championship last week. Towson Catholic had previously made it to the finals 5 times, capturing the crown in 4 of those trips. Spalding, however, had made it only once to the dance, and that was last season when they ran away with the title. Back to defend this year against the Owls, the Cavaliers had their work cut out for them, and now Dave Goldman was there for all the action at our Dick's Sporting Goods Big Game of the Week.
Sam, before we head to the big game, it's time to announce today's winner in the Dick's Sporting Goods $50 gift certificate giveaway. Pamela Malsom of Odenton. You now have until the end of today's program to call this number and give your date of birth and social security number and claim your prize. Anyone interested in becoming eligible for next week's drawing and a chance for a $500 grand prize certificate in April, stay tuned for details following the big game. Familiar faces were on the court at Goucher College Monday night. The Baltimore Catholic League title going to the winner, the #6 Archbishop Spalding Cavaliers and the 5th-ranked Towson Catholic Owls. 5 times in the 90s, one of these teams wound up in this game. The Cavaliers pounced out to a 9-1 lead. Tremaine Robinson makes a sudden impact, scoring all 9 points. Darnell Hopkins will sparkle with this move. Count the bucket. He'll turn it into 3 for TC. And power was the word for TC's Jason Osborne. The 6'8 senior center carried the early weight for his team. TC's Hopkins evens it up for the first time since 0-0, a 3-point play. It also induces Corey Hudson into his 3rd foul. It was an uncharacteristically quiet night for TC's Keith Jennifer. Here are 2 of the 8 points for the BCL's first-team All-League player. Derek Snowden offered the stifling defense. Both teams had their A games of D on display. First, the owl block by Jason Osborne. Then the rebound for Mr. Robinson. Stay out of his neighborhood. Towson Catholic up 6 at the half. Then Isaac Brooks gets in on the second act for 3 of his 11 points. The Owls opened up the 4th quarter scoreless for the first 4 minutes. And Archbishop Spalding does it again, a 48-41 win. The Cavaliers repeat as Baltimore Catholic League champs.
We just challenged the kids in the locker room at halftime. We had to play better defense, and they stepped up and they played better defense in the second half. And I was also impressed with how we took care of the ball the last 5 minutes of the game. And, we had, I think, 1 turnover the last 5 minutes of the game.
We had meetings at times where we felt like we was going to crack, and, the coach settled us down at team meetings. I think, the majority of our players stayed focused, and we persevered, and that's why we won the championship.
So the karma is indeed good for the Archbishop Spalding Cavaliers. 3 seasons in the Baltimore Catholic League and 2 titles. At Goucher College, I'm Dave Golden for the Baltimore Sun High School Sports Show.
Pamela Malsum of Odenton still has until the end of today's show to call in and claim her $50 gift certificate from Dick's Sporting Goods. If you would like to enter our drawing, send a postcard with your name, address, daytime phone, date of birth, and social security number to the address on your screen. Or send in the entry form located in today's Sunday Sun. All contestants will be eligible for our grand prize $500 certificate in April. We'll announce another lucky winner next week, so send your entries in today.
To the mats at Western Maryland College for the state tournament, where takedowns aplenty sent participants on their way to title hopes. In the 103-pound class, Nick Ramsell of Perry Hall was decisioned by Chris Moore of Westlake. Also at 103, Antonio Williams of Paint Branch was a winner over Will Hobson of C. Milton Wright. It also featured a pair of brothers from Chesapeake Anne Arundel, the Evelets, Matt at 112 and Jeff at 119. River Hill's Brandon Lauer at 125 also moved on, looking for a 3rd straight state title. He's 109-0. The state finals took place last night. Here are the results.
Our congratulations go out to all the participants at the state wrestling championships at Western Maryland. And we applaud these students from Gilman for their championship efforts in the classroom. Congratulations and keep up the good work. Up next, we meet our male and female athletes of the week, and
coming up next is the best 5 plays of the week on the Baltimore Sun High School
Sports Show. Yeah! Are you an athlete if you only play for bragging rights? What if you inherit your uniform? Are you an athlete if your toughest competition is yourself? What if your role model doesn't even play a sport? Or if you don't play sports at all anymore? Are you an athlete? Always. Russell Athletic, durable clothing made for the long run.
There's a hospital in Maryland where doctors are taking crash injury research to the next level. A hospital whose doctors are analyzing real crash data to help advance orthopedic care, where world-renowned shock trauma specialists are using their clinical experience to help automakers design safer cars. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Here's my idea. Make it easy to buy a cell phone.
With this new cellular and DSS support zone, Best Buy is unstoppable, Ed.
You said it, Pat. Here we can see a customer being helped with his cell phone activation.
He's connected and ready to go.
Ooh, and this guy just made arrangements to have his DSS installed next Tuesday.
That's a great play. Let's go down to Frank.
So what do you think of the new support zone?
It's great. Everything's in one place. It's really easy.
Well, there you have it. Helping you get connected the easy way. Best Buy, now that's a great idea.
Danielle Stoddart of Oakland Mills and Brian Hamper of South Carroll turned in outstanding performances last week. Danielle captured 3 gold medals at the state Class 2A 1A meet, and Brian won his second consecutive Class 4A 3A North Regional title, scoring 2 technical falls and a pin at Dundalk last week. We congratulate Brian and Danielle, our University of Maryland Medicine Athletes of the Week.
I think attitude is everything. If you let people beat you before you get on the track, then it's basically over. If you don't think you can win, you're never going to. You have to believe that you can do it. I'm very, very competitive. I hate to lose, like my coach said before. Losing, it's not a problem for me. I'm not a sore loser, but if I can help it, I'm going to win. Basically, that's what I like to do. I don't know, it makes me feel better about myself because that's like the one area where I feel I can do my best, so I try to take advantage of that. And I guess my competitiveness helps a lot.
And Danielle's competitiveness certainly helped her team capture the Class 2A 1A state championship last week. This senior all-Howard County performer won a gold medal in the 800, a second gold anchoring the winning relay team in the 3200, and a third gold setting a Class 1A state record in the 500, with the time 1 minute 20.8 seconds.
It's about winning. Before every race, I pray, and I just pray for courage to finish. If doing my best means I'm going to get last place, I'm going to have the best last place out there. But I don't really want to get last place, of course.
You can almost guarantee, between 30 and 40 points every time she steps onto the track because she's basically unbeaten at her specialties. And regardless of what time she runs, she's always going to win.
And Danielle takes her winning edge into the classroom as well. And upon graduation, she plans to hang up her track shoes in exchange for a career in medicine at Oakland College in Alabama.
I want to go into medicine, so that's a lot more competition. And I think the attitude that I have from track, the encouragement from my friends and my coaches has made me a more positive person, so I can take that and relate it to another field and hopefully be as successful, if not more.
What a great way to finish out her high school career as a state champion. Congratulations, Danielle. And South Carroll's Brian Hamper is another athlete who's pinned his sights on a state title.
For this year, my goal is to win the states. For next year, my goal is to dominate the states, which is to get there with undefeated record. This year, I got 1 loss, which, it's not bad, but there's always room for improvement.
And South Carroll junior Brian Hamper improved his record to 28-1, including 20 pins with his decisive win over state runner-up Jason Lawback of Kenwood in the 140-pound 4A 3A regional title match. A sweet victory for this honor roll athlete who ranks 4th on South Carroll's career win list with 88, and his 57 career pins places him 3rd all time.
It's the taste of victory swearing anything, really. And state championships, that's what I like. The records, it means nothing once you get to states because that's everybody's goal. I'd rather have state championship than every tournament championship there is. That's just, nobody can take it away from you once you got it.
He's very, very intent on what he does, and he has a lot of passion for the sport. A lot of guys like to compete at whatever sport there is, and Brian is no different from that. But Brian has a true passion to excel in wrestling.
It's just something I love to do. I've loved to do it since I was little. Don't even know why I love to do it. It's just something inside me. It's a great feeling to go out there and get your arm raised after a good match, and it's just a great feeling when you win.
And it's a great feeling for us to honor you, Brian, and you, Danielle, as our University of Maryland Medicine Athletes of the Week.
Thanks, Amber. Now it's time to head back to the hardwoods for more highlight action, including our outstanding play of the week.
Thanks, Sam. We get started this week on a sweet note. Chanel Sutton with the strip and the deuce. Then it's Melvin Scott from Southern offering up some sugar to the hoop. Same game and a candy cane of a play. Watch Keon Johnson send it to the candy man, Davon Allen. Then it's this honey of a play in the paint with a kiss off the glass. Greba out in Barlow reverses gears for the bucket. But Archbishop Spalding's Derek Snowden, Isaac Brooks, and Tremaine Robinson team up for top honors. No need to snicker. It's the Best Buy Outstanding Play of the Week.
Today's Best Buy Best Cheer comes courtesy of the Lady Hawks from River Hill. You are now nominated to be selected our Best Buy Cheer of the Year. Congratulations, ladies.
River Hill fans, what you said! Beat those Vikings! Beat those Vikings!
This Medical Minute is brought to you by University of Maryland Medicine, featuring Natalie Buzinski of Metro Health and Fitness in association with University of Maryland Medicine, who talks to us today about exercise.
Everyone needs to exercise. There's no real age to start exercising. Athletes can start as young as 14 or 16, but it's important with boys that they are finished growing before they get into any kind of intense training or strength training. It's best to do both cardiovascular exercise as well as strength training exercise. Cardiovascular exercise is anything that gets your heart rate up, and things like walking, swimming, biking, doing the Stairmaster, and also incorporating strength training exercises in there to develop lean muscle tissue with free weights or with regular resistive training equipment. There's really no best time to exercise. The best thing is just to exercise and to make sure that you get it in. Get home from school, don't get in front of the TV and play video games. Get out there and ride your bike or get involved in some kind of sport athletic program. Long-term benefits are improved cardiovascular function, improved flexibility and muscular strength and endurance, and also improve your body composition, and also psychological effects. You reduce your stress and you feel better about yourself. You have a better image of yourself.
When we return, the story of this young man's dream to be the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
There's a hospital in Maryland where in 1920, doctors first showed the world surgery could be performed on the heart. A hospital whose pioneering excellence continues today, with doctors developing advanced videoscopic procedures to reduce pain and recovery time. Who's leading these medical advancements? University of Maryland Medicine.
Make my dorm room the Best Buy dorm room. This is it. Best Buy Residence Evaluation Team, we're going to take a look around if you don't mind. Built-in VCR and a Sony PlayStation, huh? Do your parents know you have that? You can't stop me. Yeah. Am I the only one that smells that? Nice computer. What kind of CDs you got? Great stereo.
Dorm life from Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
What's up? Tom, it's your mom.
We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Some refer to him as the beast from the East. Others call him the man-child. No matter how you describe Mike Dietrich from Patapsco High School, his defining characteristic may be his heart. He's an undefeated amateur champion who many experts believe has the tools for a knockout pro career. But that's not enough for Mike. He plans to be the heavyweight champion of the world.
I'm physically, mentally prepared. I'm strong. I'm quick. I hit hard, and I got a lot of fans. That helps. A lot of support. So that means everything. I got good coaches, good managers to help me. So I can only get better from here. I mean, I'm working hard every day. I'm doing good, and everything's just going to come together for me.
And things are starting to come together for 16-year-old Mike Dietrich from Patapsco High School. Although boxing is not recognized at Patapsco or any other high school program throughout the area, this undefeated amateur champion is on a mission to take his talents as far as he can go.
To be the best at something, and you do it, you know, that's not real. I mean, I was always good at certain things, but when it came to boxing, that was the main thing for me. And as soon as I started doing it, I knew I was going to be good at it. I think I was going to be this good at it, but I knew I was going to be good at it. After I win, I see everybody screaming and yelling, and I get out and everybody's hugging me and holding my hand and shaking my hand, and I'd hug them and just the whole spotlight thing, and just knowing that I won. I'm the only person in there. I did it myself, you know. I think that's the best part. There's no feeling like it. Your adrenaline's flowing. It's a mental high, emotional high, physical high, everything. It's like a drug that nobody else can have except me, and it's good for you.
Despite his undefeated record, no drug could ever mask the feelings of loss Mike has experienced in life. His divorced mother, who he considered his best friend, passed away in December from cancer, which left Mike on his own. He has his own apartment, courtesy of his 24-year-old brother, and he does what he needs to do to get by.
When my mom passed away, it was getting your own food, and my brother lives upstairs from me in his apartment, but it's still different, you know, waking up for school in the morning and keeping a clean house and doing your homework, and stuff that your mom or dad should be there to tell you to do. But it's something you got to get done, you got to do it, so it is a lot of growing up, but better now or never, you know. I'm going to do it sooner or later.
He's a year and a half away from 18, the legal age of becoming a pro boxer. But at 16, Mike Dietrich's focus is on becoming a national heavyweight champion with his mom by his side.
I feel like she's always been, I feel like she's not even gone. And everything I do, I always think about her before I go out and before I fight. And I think she's looking over me. I know she's looking over me. And I do good in school and stuff like that because of her. And so I still feel like she's just right here. I know if I mess up, she'll come down and kick my butt, so.
No one in the nation has seen anybody like him at his age with knockout power other than Mike Tyson. That's about the only one. That's a lot of comparisons because of their height and their temperament and everything. And he turns it on when he gets into the ring. He becomes a beast.
Thanks, Elena. Incidentally, if you see a guy on the Patapsco track team this spring with a wicked left hook, that's probably Mike Dietrich. He plans to join the team to stay in shape. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Keep reading The Sun for all the latest scores and finals information. As always, thanks for watching, and have a great school week ahead.
Our Prep Athlete Awards are courtesy of Larry Beck, the Trophy King.